¡Ahí en las matas moras!
Welcome to Patagonia. Welcome to the end of the world. We are in the extreme south of Argentina, 3,000 kilometers from Buenos Aires. On this arid land that is covered in snow for 8 months of the year lives the Halliday family. Eduardo is the head of the family with his wife Silvina and their 2 children. The Hallidays have been here since 1885, when Eduardo's great-grandfather arrived from his native Scotland in search of a fortune on these virgin lands of the New World. Today, they own 30,000 hectares of land and a flock of 10,000 sheep, which need to be watched over all year long. The Hallidays live outside of time, following the rhythm of their animals in their agricultural work. Eduardo cultivates this way of living. He is a kind of guardian of traditions. More particularly, he is one of the last to still use the Boledoras. The Boledoras are an incredible weapon related to the lasso, which were invented by the region's first inhabitants, the Tehuelches Indians.
El origen de las boleadoras es indígena, que adaptó el hombre blanco al venir a...
The Boledoras are of Indian origin. The white man adopted this weapon once he settled down in the region in South America. In the beginning, before the colonists and horses arrived, the Indians used what was called the lost ball. In other words, a single stone attached to a cord. And you spun it above your head, and then you threw it in order to knock your prey out. When the horse arrived, the system evolved radically towards the principle of wrapping around the prey's legs, with the appearance of the boleadoras with 2 or 3 stones.
Y la de 3.
In the Halliday family, the secret of the boleadoras is passed on from generation to generation. The rules for making them are strict and follow real mathematical formulas. You need 2 completely identical stones and a third that is heavier and larger. One of the 3 leather cords must also be longer than the others. This is essential in order to ensure the perfect rotation of the boleadoras through the air so that they wind themselves around the animal's legs.
Over time, we perfected various sized boleadoras, heavier and bigger versions for capturing llamas, and even much larger ones for capturing horses. But then we no longer use stones. We use a paste made from sand mixed with blood. And this, of course, is to avoid breaking the horse's legs, because we use this weapon against a horse in order to stop it and not to kill it.
Eduardo's grandfather was taught all the secrets of the boleadoras by the Indians. He spent all his Sundays hunting in their company. The tradition continues, even though today, for these gauchos at the end of the world, the boleadoras are only a sport, a pleasure, an art. Today, Francisco is the Halliday's guest. He therefore has the honor of choosing his horse first. The game can now begin. Today's adversary is the Niandu, a kind of local ostrich.
No es a mucha fuerza porque la misma boleadora y la velocidad del caballo.
It isn't a question of strength, because in fact the horse's speed is enough to increase the throwing speed. For a good throw, the ostrich has to have both trajectory and a regular speed. Now the rider, like the ostrich, also has to be moving fast. In these conditions, you just have to throw where you want.
That's the theory. In practice, the Niandu make formidable clients, being particularly fast and crafty. In the end, after 2 hours' effort, the first animal is captured and then immediately released. As for the ostrich, a little bit later, it swears to itself that it will never be caught again. As for our 4 gauchos, they promise to perpetuate the tradition of the boleadoras for a long time to come.